Hello.
Good evening, welcome, thank you for joining us. My name's Barry.
And I'm Jay.
And together we are Mitosu Crafts.
Welcome to our channel. So this evening I'll be creating 2 cards featuring some inky techniques. Ooh, let's get inky.
Better than getting stinky. No. Sorry.
I guess. But yes, if you are watching the replay, do fast forward to the demonstration if you prefer. As we'll say hello to those of you who've joined us live. I'll be using the Thoughtful Wishes bundle from the Thoughtful Journey suite by Stampin' Up from their 2024 to 2025 annual catalogue.
Lovely. Well
Amazing.
done. So, sorry, I think I put Jay off then, didn't I?
So let's say hello to Linda, Haya, Charlotte. We also have Lolly and Sandy McCullough, Debbie Morrow, Tanya, hello to you, Subi, Connie, Nani Shasha. Love it. Extra wiggle.
Extra wiggles.
Extra wiggle. Extra wiggle coming to you. Tilly Crafts by Karen. Amanda Backstar Stamping. So check these people out on YouTube as well. I think they should have some channels. Yes. Jackie Elliott, Gian, Caroline, hello, Patricia, hiya. Ooh, it jumped. Where am I? Yes, there, right? Amanda, Hazel, hi Hazel, good evening. Valerie, Pauline, hello. Keisha, hiya. Shaz, Anne, and Louise, and Debs. I forgot Debs. Sorry, Debs. Hi, Debs. Good evening. Thank you.
Good evening to you all. So we're going to go camera down and we will do this. So we will be we're back to normal activities resumed from today, so we will be giving away the card which we make at the end of today, and the second card Jay makes we will be giving away next Sunday. So normal activity resumes from today. So if you would like to win a card, then just leave us a comment in there. I'll be collating all of your names together and we will do a draw, so stay tuned right until the end to see if you win the card as well.
Yay.
So let's go camera down and let's crack on. There we have it. Enjoy.
Amazing.
And apologies if I start cheering.
Just don't swear, please. Bar's watching the football. Oh, that's good. Yes, the only time he watches football. England's playing. So, wish them well. Thoughtful wishes and all that. So yes, this is the bundle with 3 images, some splatterings if you like, coordinating dice. The open dice matches the images except for the splatter, and standalone dice as well. The DSP, the Thoughtful Journey DSP, I will be using some, albeit strips and offcuts. That's why I'm saving those. But yeah, we had our online craft retreat today, 10 till 4, so 6 hours. But if you haven't seen these DSP, one side has got some landscape, and the other side is watercolor washes. So that's why I thought I'll do some inky techniques, but with stamping and die cuts. It's upside down, but please don't I'll turn it upside down. There you go. It's just everywhere. But yes, you get the idea. One of my favorite is this one, which we didn't actually use, but with Sarah's project, I actually use it for mine. Most of it's covered, but I will share our projects, so the replay will be available for booking as well. So yeah, I'll share the projects that we created and designed for the retreat in between the 2 cards that I'll be creating today. So we've also had Margaret. Hi, Margaret. Judy, Maureen. Who else was that? Maureen Sowerby. Hazel, Nancy Amato, Be More Stamper, hello, hello, Mary Sickler. I believe that is everyone. And on Facebook as well, Simone, hello, Simone from Orlando, Florida. Wow, I've never been. Right, let's get cracking. I keep saying that recently. I don't know why. I'm crack-a-lacking. Maybe I'm thinking of the drink. Kraken. Anyway, so surprise, surprise, white on white on white on white with a bit of DSP, which I cut up already. So any strips, I just like the watercolor wash on there. Where's my thing? So this one measures at 7.7 and each strip is 1.3. Yeah, 1.3 by 7.7. The inches is easier. It's 3 inches by half an inch. So just 3 of those. I've got a layer of basic white which we'll be stamping on. And I've gone ahead and pre-die cut these two. So I will need, what do I need? Bear with, my silicone craft sheets gone walkies. Oh, I know. I didn't clean it after the retreat. It's got some white paint on it. It's still wet, that's fine. That will do. I'm sure it'll be fine. Now, the technique that I'm sharing is nothing new, but I'll be using, this is water inside. I might need a refill battery afterwards. Even though we have 70% off, we used to use it for alcohol as well, rubbing alcohol. If I do it that way, there we go. And I'll be stamping this image. Ooh. You can see my working out. I don't know what that's for. Right, that one. And the ink I'll be using is Peach Pie. Cool. So first things first, we're just gonna completely saturate this layer with water. You can use alcohol, I guess, but this is just normal basic white. You can use watercolor fluid 100 if you want. I'm doing both sides just so I know that that is nice and wet. Inking this up in Peach Pie and then stamping on. So because it's wet, hopefully that ink will spread out. On fluid 100 it will spread out a lot more because the water doesn't seep in as quickly as in basic white. So with basic white, the water tends to just soak it up. And that is pretty much it. So that is my layer. I'm gonna wait for that to dry and then heat gun it. Heat tool. Use the heat tool. That's it. Where am I gonna put you? This is still wet. I'm just gonna clean that up. And then whilst we're doing that, we can color the die cuts as well. So in my I did create an original, I guess, my run through. In my run through, I did color the die cuts with Stampin' blends, Calypso Coral Light. But seeing as we're being inky, we might as well do some inking. So Calypso Coral. So you may have seen me do this technique quite a bit already. So yeah, Calypso Coral, silicone craft sheet, and I'm just gonna spread some water on that. I don't want it too dark, but it is what it is. It's probably gonna be darker than obviously peach pie. Can you just please refill my spritzer?
Yep.
I was gonna do it before, but I forgot.
Just with normal water,
Yeah. If you don't want to get too inky, so it's, ooh, it looks like Cajun crazy. Craze, not crazy. There we go. So that is now done. Again, just clean up on aisle 10. Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Caroline Wheatfields. I don't want to say it. I had to think how to say it. Right, where's other comments? There we go. Yes, Linda. 1966. I won't say it. Why? Just in case some people have got it. Right, that's done. That's done. I'm just gonna use my heat tool and heat it up. So talk amongst yourselves. I'm just gonna switch on my heat tool. There we go. That's done. I do need some more white. Do I have? I'll just use that one. So I'm gonna again ink that up. This time in Calypso Coral. It shouldn't. I had peach pie on it, but it shouldn't have mattered inking it up. It's a darker color.
Louise has asked, she missed what paper you used for it.
It was just normal basic white, nothing fancy. But you can use fluid 100 if you want the ink to flow out a lot more. But I tend to just use basic white myself. There we go. And we're gonna quickly color that with weed. I keep doing that. I was like, with with weed. Right. Again, I'll show you the original. It's different, but I'm just going to, seeing as we're doing some washes, I'm just gonna do some washes. So you can be as neat as you want or as messy as you want. I'm just going to do that. It's faster. Too dark there, but oh well. So it will be die cut anyway, so that's why I've kind of like done a lot more outside the lines, so you don't always have to just stay in the lines. Right, I'm just gonna make sure that that is fine. There we go. And because the card was dry when I stamped the image, it pretty much stayed on and kept the image. It's gonna be slightly blurry because obviously I've added some water to it. You could also use Wink of Stella instead of water painters or paintbrush. Right, so I'm just gonna die cut that with the coordinating die. So it's still slightly wet, I can feel it, but it should still cut it. Just get align that up. Ooh, I can see a dot of card. We will be going on Zoom afterwards as well. So if you want to chat with each other, watch me tidy or not tidy. Barris put it up on the live chat, pinned it on the live chat. Right, that is that. Might as well. Right, so that can dry. This one I'm just gonna, there's some areas that I can still feel wet, but we're just gonna carry on. Now I'm just gonna distress the edges. The paper snip is really sharp. You can use just the outside bit and that will distress it as well, but to have it a lot distressed, you use the sharp edge. Just make sure that you don't put it near your fingers, please, if you are gonna do this. And if it folds it, if it cuts it, I'm not too fast because that's the whole point of distressing it. Like that. Ooh, maybe not too much like that. I'm rushing. There you go. So I'm just gonna turn that over just so I can get that edge as well. There are some distressing tools that you can use as well, but paper snips works fine. So when you're near the end, just turn it over so you can get the other corner. There you go. Ooh, that one's... Is that one okay? That... Right, just make sure it does take out a lot of fibers or a mess on your craft desk, just make sure you take that out. Clean your desk. Caress your desk. Love your desk. So, how are we doing it? I think that's it. So, I've got my cut edges there. I'm just gonna stick that down flat on. You can add a second layer, but I'm not gonna go in right on the edge because of the distressing. You can try to if you want, but that is done. Turn it over. And because the glue isn't on the edge, you could always lift it up as well on some areas. Obviously it'll get flattened in the envelope anyway, but you get the idea. Right, we have our 3, I think it's wild wheat, peach pie, and really light mossy meadow, or maybe even old olive. If in doubt, check the pack. Mossy meadow, there's no other green on there. There's Pretty Peacock, Lost Lagoon. It looks garden, mossy meadow, but a lot watery. So these ones, I'm just gonna add dimensionals. Where are we? So initially I had it on the edge. I did like it, but the layout became too left-sided, lopsided, uneven. So I might just offset it from the center. Come on. All right. You all right?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say something. Anyone else on Facebook, Barry?
We have got Maureen was on there. Power. We've got Simone, Vivian, Perrin, and Patty Sharkey is commented on Facebook.
Oh, hello, hello. Thank you so much. So I'm just gonna add that on. Hopefully it's still in the same. And doing it this way, to me it looked like crates. I don't know why, but it does. To me anyway. Maybe it's because it's stacks of 3. Like that. This is just gonna go across it. There. So check where it's hitting those strips. And then just add glue to those. You may want to add some dimensionals on the top there. And where else? Maybe that as well. Alright, just cut it up. Right, glue. So if you go it like that, I know it's the other way round, but if the height is in place, where you add the glue should be the same area. So I'm just adding glue there and then there. It doesn't matter for the rest. Flip it and reverse it. And then lift some of the leafings. I'll probably cover that side anyway. Now for the sentiment, I forgot to die cut myself. I'm just gonna use, well, actually, I was gonna stamp it and then die cut it. So the thanks in Pretty Peacock. Oh, that stamp was flying without wings. So this is from a banner die from the Nested Essentials dies. I think it's the second smallest. Yeah, it's the second smallest. So I'm just gonna die cut that. It will cut off some of it, as you can see, but most of it will be in. So just stick that down. I won't bring the Suki. You've already seen me do it a couple of times. I may need to do it again later. For the second card. But I've just cut that up. So you can use that as full, wrap some twine on it, but I am gonna copy the edge and actually just tear that up. Tear it up. And use up my... Ooh, why are you so sticky? So that's gonna have dimensional.
We've got Lynn Slater that's joined us on Facebook as well. First time watching us live as well.
Ah, hello, welcome. Glad you made it live.
Lynn. And we've got Melissa as well as joined us on Facebook.
Hello, hello. Right, I've just added that on the left. I've left the slot so I can insert these on. So with these, I'm just going to cut it up. I can't remember how, and just cut it all up. And we're gonna insert it in. So there's enough there. So kind of like place it where it looks like it's part of the stamping. And I'm also going to insert some... Ooh, I think I've cut way more than I needed, but hey ho. That one, oh, I know. So this one, I want it there, but because it's double, I'm just gonna make that single. So that goes in. Where's that one? They have like cute hearts ends, but I think they're for the buds, for the flowers, but they look like hearts to me. And oh, I may have to do it that way. There you go. And where else? Just add these up. So this one's nearly done. Don't forget, if you are just watching, do add a comment, just say hello, and for a chance to win this card at the end of the live stream. If you are on Facebook, we can only take the names from YouTube, I'm afraid. So please just quickly come in and pop in, say hi. That's it. We would really appreciate it if you would share the video as well to your crafty friends. That would be amazing. On Facebook, YouTube, email, WhatsApp, Pinterest, whichever. Do I want that there? Ooh, that looks... Tree. From plant to tree. Just add twigs. just add twigs. No, I don't know if I like it. There? Yeah, we're just gonna do it there. Maybe underneath. There we go. Ta-da! Right, finish up. This is the rainbow adhesive back dots. I believe it's Flirty Flamingo. Or if you have Pretty Peacock, I don't think we do. I can't think on top of my head what Pretty Peacock is. As in, Pretty Peacock gems. So just do that, and that. Splatter some Wink of Stella if you prefer, Linda. Or Bling Bling Crafter Pat. I know you're not here, but I always think of you when we bling it up. So that is the first card. I was trying to do that.
So we just had Rose, Beverly, and Melissa join us over on YouTube too. I think that some of them may have come from Facebook.
Ooh, hello, hello. This is the original. I wanted it off, and then that became too much space that I wanted to fill, and I had to restrain myself not to fill it. So yes. What was that? Splatter? Linda. I think I've used up all of our... what's that? I think that's a sweat. I need to open another one. It's in the pot. So yes, so that's the first card. And that one... yeah, that one was with Lost Lagoon. Pretty much the same. This one, as I said earlier, was just with Calypso Coral Light blends. And it's the same DSP. It's actually the other end of that DSP. That's actually connected because it's only 3 inches. The other 3 inches is that one. Hi, Bianca. So, whilst I am clearing up and getting my stuff on, just a quick thing. Our next online craft retreat. Oh, that didn't preview. Our next online craft retreat is next month, 27th of July. It's a card makers retreat, so its focus is card making, and so cards. We'll be designing 9 cards, so 3 per designers. Myself, Barry, and Sarah of Kiss Creative. Booking your place is on our website. Scan that QR code or go to our website. Where's my camera? Down. How do I do that? There we go. So I didn't actually tidy, but I'll quickly show you the cards that we created. So you may have seen these on Crafty Stampers because I have shared a picture. This is a casual card with the die cuts and tiny bit of DSP onto there. That's my card. Barry's card uses a full sheet, well, most of the full sheet of DSP, but this DSP doesn't need much, but of course we wanted to use elements from the bundle. Barry's Fun Fold, which is quite cool. It can be that way or the back way, and I just love how he's decorated it. And of course, if you don't want to cover the DSP, you could always change the up, which our ladies in the retreat did. Some of them put it down below, some of them decorated the back. It's great. And finally, well, not finally, this one is my treat box decorated, so pretty much the same technique, but this one folds up like so. So that's that one. And I did do Sarah's card. I changed it up. It's a mixed media card, 5x7, with strips of DSP, die cuts there, and just loads of stamping, which is an ink blending. And also I created her treat box, which now I misplaced. Oh, up there. But I did it yesterday using a different card just to see if it worked, using a different DSP. But yeah, that's the treat box. It's a funky shape. It's quite small, but she's adding a bonus project with using a huge DSP. I think 12 by 12. But yes, so a simple box, but it's quite cute. I did just add my own twist to it with the die cut leaves. But yes, replay is available for that online craft retreat. Thoughtful wishes. Right. So my next card. Are you ready for it? Because I may not be. I'm joking. Maybe not. Right. I've got white cards on there. I've got a piece of, yes. I'm just gonna burnish that fold. One of my bugbear that Barry doesn't burnish it enough. Oh no, look. He'd be like, can you take a picture of my card? And I'd be like, yeah, I don't mind. And then it's like saying hello. Hello. It's flapping.
I don't know what you're on about.
It's flapping. And I keep telling him, burnish both sides. Just make sure it's not dirty bone folder. Luckily, that's fine. So basic white. I've got a piece of another basic white. It can be the same size. That's just 5mm or 5/16 of an inch. No, 3/16 of an inch smaller than the card front, but I'll be changing that up anyway. This one is actually the offcut from Barry's project, so you can add that on at the back as well. And I'm just gonna cut, oh no, I'll cut it after. So this DSP, I would say the colors on it are Misty Moonlight. Yeah. What's that one? Blackberry Bliss. Misty Moonlight, Blackberry Bliss. But Blackberry Bliss is quite dark, so I'm gonna change that up. Petunia Pop would be nice. Poppy Pop. Just because I'm gonna do some more inky background. What else goes with Petunia Pop? I do not know. Boho Blue for a lighter blue if you prefer, but I quite like a Sure Afternoon. It just adds a bit of brightness to it. That's the color that I used in Sarah's card. So I'll have a think, but for now, those three. It might change. It will. You know it will. Right. So first things first. I am going to. I've already gone ahead and just wrap this. This is an old cardstock. It doesn't have to be new. Now this idea came to me after the retreat, so I don't know if it's gonna work, but I've wrapped it in plastic tape, sticky tape, if you can see. Just that I put it over on the edge because it was thicker. I'm gonna die cut that with this lovely flourish die. So as I said, I don't know if it's gonna work, so fingers crossed. And I'll tell you the idea afterwards because I don't want to give it away. Right. Okay, I'll do it the other way. It is Carol Ann. It's not that brand. It's just a non-brand. I'll show you. It's just packing tape. So you can probably use brown tape because this one isn't necessarily gonna be shown on the card. We're gonna use it as a tool. And because it's got tape in it, so you might just need to carefully carefully. Drop that like it's hot. Peel it off. We do have that, but I found when I was doing the adhesive sheet, this didn't really work because it was sticking to each other too much, which, yeah. So just carefully peel that off. And take that down. If not, take your pick tool. It's quite intricate in some areas, but it looks lovely with, it's like embossed already. So can you guess what I'm gonna do with it? Yet? Nope. Right, just make sure that I get lazy and forget to pick the die off, and then the next time I use it I'll be like, oh, I should have done that, because when you have an idea or you just want to die cut something quickly, you don't want to be picking it off again before you die cut, like I did earlier, but it was only one, so it was fine. Right, sorry, I'm sure it wasn't as exciting watching it, but we're all crafters here. You know how I love to tidy. Not. Right, so where is my thing? Did you do my... Yes, you did. So the idea is we did using die cuts as a stamp, but because we don't have foam or something non-porous. Now, I didn't want to cut off my silicone sheet. I thought by adding that layer of tape, which is non-porous, I may just be able to use it as a stamp. And because we'd already done a wet on wet technique with the stamp, I thought we'll do wet, wet with the ink and wet on the card. So I'm gonna spritz that, but before I do that, I'll make sure that I have my ink ready on the side. Petunia pot. So we are going to do that. So same technique, spritz it. Maybe the glass mat would be better. The glass mat is available for customers online shop. It's online exclusive. You may have seen us use it once or twice. You definitely seen me use it on my coloring recently. Right, how am I gonna do it? Okay, and because I had that piece kind of like with a bit of tape as well, I'm just gonna dunk it and then plonk it. Dunk it, plonk it. So you can use, as you can see, it's bigger. So I'm just gonna have that and just add ink, and it will pull together, but I'm just gonna do that. And it's so wet. It kind of like lost its shape, maybe not as wet, but it still works because it's so non-porous. It just went over. I do want just hints of it. I quite like that. So that's slightly dry already. I don't want to get too inky. I know I said inky techniques, but I'm gonna do it on a non-wet card so you can see the difference. Ooh, it doesn't matter. So if you can't do random, that's kind of like how you can get random.
Random
which
without thinking about it.
which I can't. I just let the water do its work. So yes, so as you can see where it's slightly more dry, it kept its shape, and because it's kind of like pulled into the plastic bit, it kept the dotted areas in. I quite like it. Most of that will be covered anyway. It's just the edges that I wanted done. But if I have another card, it's just knowing where to place these. I'm just gonna quickly cut another card so you can see it. Where's the card that I just used for die cutting? I've got it. I know where it is. Under all the mess, of course. Where else? Right. So this one, I won't spritz, but I will do the same technique, which is ink it. What did it say? Ink it, plonk it. And this kind of like reminded me of when I was in school many moons ago. We did some printing techniques, and obviously we only had one teacher for like 30 students, and I'm one of those. Well, when it comes to art, I couldn't wait to try it. So my teacher was away. So that looks nice, actually. Yeah, not away, but she kind of like had to go to another student pupil. So I just decided to do my own thing, and she was like, "Did you wet your paper?" And I was like, "No." You'll need another one then. It's like, okay. And we were doing the pasta. Have you ever done that? Like create an image with spaghetti, pasta shapes, and then ink that on wet paper. So this kind of like reminded me of that. And that's why I wanted to try it wet on wet. But that actually looks alright. What you think? Now that that's dry, I might do... Shall I do a second layer? Ooh. So it's touch. I was gonna say touch wet, but it's slightly damp. Do you like that? Let me know if you want me to use that on the second card, or I can turn it over and just do it on the other side. Dry is, I really like the dry, to be honest. It's a little bit inky. You might need, oh, I should have really used this thing. So that would have been like, instead of me trying to not get my inky fingers, or my fingers inky, tweezer. There. Right, whilst you're adding your comments in, I'll just move on to the next. I'm just gonna tidy up a little bit because the only thing with the dry, it keeps its shape, but I wanted it kind of like watercolory look to it. And because that one's not too bad, you can just wipe it and it's still got the plastic on it, the tape. You can use that again. Obviously, just wait for those to dry. Hey Tommy, has Daddy not fed you yet? Dunno. Okay, right. So whilst that's drying, I'm gonna, now my original, it also had a funky center pop-off. It's not really a pop, it's like a floating panel. So I might as well share it with you. What's the time? Yeah, why not? I was gonna save it for another day. But, so this one, I'm gonna cut off the top. Just so we have a bit more of the purple and not the blue. So my card base is 14 centimeters in height, or that's 5.5. So I might go smaller at 13.3, 5.25. And because that was an off cut, the measurement of that is 2/1/8 of an inch, or 5.4. You can probably go down to 2 inches. That is all good as well. Right. Paper, paper, paper. So what did I say? 14, 5.25. So this paper is 5.25. So I'm just gonna go down 1/4 of an inch, or that is so 5 inches, or 12.7 centimeters. Just so it's smaller. I'll show you in a sec. So it's smaller than the panel. Okay. Now I have to remember how to do my thing. So it is basically, I'm just gonna add 1/2 inch. So it's 2 marks down from your trimmer. Score lines. It's probably easier with the score tool. 1, 2, 3. So 3 1/2 inches. So 1/2 inch, 1, 1.5. And because that's 2/1/8 of an inch, we can leave like either a 2-inch gap, or if you're doing at 2 inches, maybe 1 3/4 will be enough. So for both, so 3.25, and then do 1/2 inches again, increment 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1/2 inch. I'll write it down. In my original, I did mess it up, so I cut it shorter, so I had to cut that short, and it didn't do that. It was okay. It wasn't as high as I wanted it. So what are the measurements? In inches. It's just easier. Sorry. 4 3/4 of an inch by 5. Score at 1/2, 1 and 1.5, and then at 3.25. If you can read my writing, 3 3/4 and 4.25. And you may have seen me do this in the I remember doing one with the timeless arrangements, so I'll bring that up so you can see. Pause while you write it down. And that's just gonna get concertina fold with a bone folder. So you're kind of like having, just make sure that it actually lines up. Oh well, it doesn't matter. It's just a mechanism to then lift up the DSP. There you go. It's a frog. Remember those where you go like that? Love it. Right. many of you comment on which one you wanted. Um, let's have a look. Oh, sorry to hear that, Pauline. Alfie. I think we have. There we go. I'm just gonna finish this up. No, I quite like it because then it matches that, the wishy-washy. That does look nice as well, to be fair. Wet one, okay. Well, I will dry the wet one, and then I'll have a look at the comments again. It looks like 2 wet ones. Right, now we have that. I'm just gonna add that on. Now I did think of I wanted to actually tear it, but it'll probably the top and the bottom edge, because the side there's hardly any space. I'll just tear it. I just wanted torn edges. Of course you can keep it clean and straight. Ooh, that's still wet. I can feel it. I might just need to blast that up again. But because I've torn the top and the bottom, the sides will be wider. I always think, oh, it has to have the same border, the same width around, but it doesn't always have to. Right, I'm just gonna get my heat tool again, bear with. I started touching it. I was like, oh, that's hot. The heat tool's still on. Right, that feels okay. I'm just gonna quickly check that in. That looks okay. Yes. So that's gonna go in. Ooh, that's a good tip, Marty. I tend to do front and back, and that tends to kind of like flatten itself. But Marty's tip is run it through the die cutting machine. I would say if your plate isn't as textured. So Marty says it, I'll do it. Nice tip. That's what I normally do it, like if I want to use the back side of a die cut, shall I say. But the texture from the plate might look nice. It's a grungy. Okay, devs. Nearly done. You can get them to watch on their phone. On their phone.
You know, you can turn them into, they could be your best customers, Debs.
You can craft with them. There we go.
Bye.
So it did work. So do that. Thank you, Marty. Right. And if I don't know if you can see, but it does add it. It did add the texture on there. Right. That's just gonna go like that. Now for this one, so we're gonna have that up. Oh, now that's too tall. Actually, it doesn't matter. That one's taller, so that's fine. Add glue to the tab. And if you, I'm just gonna eyeball this one. But if you do find hard to find the center, or you're really you want it to be a lot more accurate, then use a ruler. I'm just eyeballing it. So I've only added glue on one leg. Now I'm gonna do the other leg. And just make sure that that is folded, and that is folded when you add that on. So when it's in the envelope, it's flattened. Of course, you've added two fold lines on there, so it will lift it up. But once it's out of the envelope, it's even more uppy outy. Uppy outy. Right, this just gets added on. Just make sure it's nice. Right, I will just have to lift that up. So long as it's kind of like central. Straight edge on the top, straight edge on the bottom. And you can still see those. So for my sentiment, thinking of you fondly, it doesn't need much, not really. So I will just add probably so that's Petunia Pop, Blackberry Burlesque, Misty Moonlight. I'll do that. I'll see what it looks like white. Ooh, sorry. That was loud. You can stamp it on a color piece. That looks okay. And to finish up, I'm just gonna embrace the wonk and not do it straight. You can do it straight if you like, but I'm making it a lot wonkier. Ooh, I should have torn the edges, shouldn't I? You're probably saying. Just so it matches, but it's all good. That, and then a ribbon. We have the different. So with the ribbon now, I can add color to that. You can use your ink, but it takes longer. So I'm just gonna do it with blends. Which is, what did I say? Misty Moonlight on that one, or another purple. There's no. Oh, there is a Blackberry Bliss. Pink and blues. That's the basic beige bordered ribbon. And I'm just gonna get, I think, purple. Highland Heather. I know it's not the two that I said, but I quite like the purple on there. Fresh Freesia or Highland Heather. Let's go Highland Heather light. That's slightly darker, but that's fine. And once you've added like a coating on this, the feel or the texture of the ribbon does slightly change. It becomes a little bit more stiffer, which is good. Linda, I found a nice dark purple by mixing two blends. I have to remember. But I did find one. Because me and Linda was like, there's no dark purple like Gorgeous Grape. But Highland Heather with a blue, the correct blue, looks like Gorgeous Grape. So that's that. I'm just gonna stick that down with mini glue dot that I think I'm running out of. Alright, the only thing with the mini glue dot, because it's still slightly wet, sometimes it just needs time to dry a little bit. Although alcohol dries quicker than water, it doesn't dry that quick on ribbon compared to card, because obviously card is porous. Well, even ribbon is, but that's not sticking. Just like, where's it going? I'll blow on it a bit. Right. Hopefully this one works. Surely that's long enough. Please tell me that's long enough. I just like folding it. There. And then I'm gonna add that. You moved. I'm just trying to rush now. But that should be fine. And then, so I believe it's dark Highland Heather with Azure Afternoon Dark. Makes a really lovely purple. So I'm gonna stick that on the top here, so it's floating along or just over. Stick that down. You can add dimensional, but I'm just going to use Tombow. There. You're right. Is it finished, the game?
Yes.
Person hold, person hold, person hold. There we go. And then finish up with, why not some more shimmer? Let's have a look. What have I got loads of? I'm just trying to, ooh, that's pretty. So in that, in the retreat, we used the shimmer gems just because some of it's, well, it's not as tall as this one, which is the Adhesive Back Pearl Trio that matches the suite, but that feels like really high. Too high. Finish it off. I have been loving the neutrals recently, but I do want something colorful. I'll just use this one. So you have Petunia Pop and Pretty in Pink there. I was trying to look for a purpley. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry. That one's nice. Or I do think that it's a wintry scene. There is the online exclusive snowflakes. That would look cool. But let's not do that one just yet. It has been hot, but not that hot. To wish away the summer. So that's gorgeous grape. Where am I gonna put you? Where's my card? Oh, I did it in the other way. Okay, that's fine. In my original I only added one, but I will not be as stingy. I will do 2 or 3. 1 and a 2 and a 3. So it looks quite simple. There's quite a few techniques in there. And splatter some Wink of Stella. And it might look better. I did do this as a side fold, like a book fold. So it still stands out, but it might look a lot neater or better if it's a 10th fold like that. So you can see it like that. But I do really like that idea. I'll show you my original as Barry wades his way through all of this craft supplies. So as I said earlier, I did mess up on my mechanism initially. I only had 2 folds on there, so it doesn't come up as high, but it's higher than a dimensional. And when I was looking at it, that's wild wheat covered in clear Wink of Stella. Whilst I was looking at it preparing for this live, I was like, ooh, I told Barry I'm gonna do some wet card technique, and then I was trying to tie it over, and I thought, oh, maybe I can do the die cut because I used the die cut there. So yeah, so you can just use, if you like it more neater, not as inky as that, do the dry card, stamp it on dry card, or obviously just use it as a die on its own. But
Maureen
yes,
has just asked a question. Will it fold down to go into an envelope?
Yes, it does. So it folds down. But as soon as you open it, it pops up. So you may need like another card as a topper. I think Charlotte is quite. I believe your cards normally have, when you send it, has kind of like just a protective layer on top, so then it keeps it down.
Good, lovely.
But yes.
Well done to you. So we're going to do a draw now for the first card, which was...
Oh no, not that one. That one on your left. Oh no, it's this one. Too many cards.
This one, that one, what one? So this one right here. So if you would like a chance of winning this one, you should hopefully have left hopefully you would have left us a comment in the chat, and I have been collating your names. I think I'll get everyone, but I was a little bit distracted by football. So
did we win?
We did win.
Yay! Well done.
So yeah. So let's pick a winner right now. So good luck, everyone.
We all wish you good luck. And the winner is... Dun, 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 dun.
Louise Haydu.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Louise. All you need to do... I'm not speaking right tonight, am I?
No, Tommy.
All you need to do, Louise, is... Details are on the screen right now. Is email us, barryandjay@mitosucrafts.com. And please pop today's date, the 30th of June 2024, in the subject line, and your full mailing address, please, Louise, and we will send that first card to you. Now, it doesn't matter where you are, we will send to you worldwide. So congratulations there, Louise. That card's coming to you. And Jay, your name is written down and it is in it. So all we need is an email from you, and then it will be popped in the post to you at some point. I say at some point because I don't like to put a time on it, because I was a little bit late with the last ones.
Yes. But once we go through the list, if anyone doesn't email us or we can't find the email, it doesn't get sent because we don't know where to send them.
Yeah, and I only do it for 1 month. So what I do is I go through June's, and then I'll send all of June's next week, hopefully, is the idea. So once I've sent them, then I don't. So they get the cards get put back into our stash. Names taken out. So yes, if you win in July, just make sure you email us as soon as possible.
Love that.
Congratulations. So
I love
yes,
it.
love it. It's good. Good card. Well done to you. So do remember you can purchase your Stampin' Up! Goodies from us. So just head over to mitosucrafts.com/shop. Details are on the screen now, and you can order your Stampin' Up! Craft supplies from us. So if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Netherlands, Austria, Belgium and Ireland, you can shop with us.
Oh, look who's trying to come up.
Tommy is trying to squeeze in between us. We've got Minnie who's sleeping in the Stampin' Up! Box behind us.
Say hi,
So,
Tommy. You heavy boy.
yes. So we will say goodnight. We're going to go over to Zoom right now. So the link is in the top of the live chat pinned there at the moment, but it will only stay there for a short while. So quickly copy that and come and join us on Zoom if you want to have a little chat. But if we don't see you on Zoom, we will see you again on Wednesday, same time, same place.
Yes.
Oh, there is a video. Oh, tomorrow night, 1st of July. We have got 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. We've got the Stamp Around UK video hop as well. So do check that one out. That's going live at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. But we will see you live on Wednesday.
Cool.
Thanks very much for watching, and we will see you again very soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care. Meow meow.